Hi folks, I'm Sam and today I'll be showing you how to paint an Ultramarine to what I would consider a very good tabletop standard. I'll be demonstrating some airbrushing, decal work, and weathering to really drive home that this is a hardened battle brother. Now, one quick note before we get to the painting, you don't need an airbrush for any of what I'm about to show you. A makeup sponge or wide stippling will give you great results, as well as that a lot of these steps are entirely optional if you just want to get your marine painted for the tabletop. With all that said, let's get straight to the painting. I'm going to be starting from a black prime and airbrushing Macragge Blue over the whole thing. Typically, for painting a marine, I would just start with a pre-highlight using white, but I find that it doesn't really show up under blue, though I will be doing this for the red head later. You could also just spray Macragge Blue or Republic Blue by Colourforge, I believe it's a colour match, but I don't have those, so I just used Chaos Black. If you do go that route, make sure you give the whole mini a base coat layer of Macragge Blue, just in case you need to fix any mistakes later, like I will. The spray cans have a slightly different look to the paint out of the pot. Next up, I'm going to highlight with Teclis Blue. Now, I like my Ultramarines nice and bright, but if you don't, maybe you don't have an airbrush, you can just not do this step, and just use Teclis Blue for your edge highlights when we get to that step later. Next up, I'm going to pre-shade the head using Bold Titanium White from Acryl. Unlike the blue I mentioned earlier, the step really helps with the reds. It gives a lot more contrast than just using two different red paints. Now I'm hitting the light spot to the head with AK Blood Red. Now AK paints are lovely to use, but they are a little tricky through the airbrush. A drop of flow improver tends to help, but they can still clog up quite easily. For the darker areas of his head, I'm going to be using AK Dirty Red. Now what we're aiming for here is contrast. Now if you don't have an airbrush but you still want the red helmets and you still want this contrast, honestly, Slapshot is probably your best friend for this, focusing more of the lighter colour on one side. Alternatively, just spray it with either Wraithbone or White Scar, or whatever the Colourforge equivalent is, and then apply maybe Blood Red speed paint. I quite like that one. Here I'm blacking out anything I don't want to be blue or red. I'm using AK Black and I'm using AK Afro Shadow for any gold or leather elements. This stage is completely optional. It takes time, but your metallics will look better over a darker base. It also helps take the mini from this airbrush toy to something that looks a little more finished. It looks like a Space Marine when it's done. Also, if you're anything like me, you're going to make multiple mistakes doing this, getting black wherever it should not be. Try and be careful. Thankfully, on this case, blue tends to cover really well, so we can go back in and fix any mistakes. This is less true with basically every other colour. I feel very bad for anyone painting white scars. Now that the belt is base coated, I'm just going to finish that element very quickly. I'm highlighting it with AK Mahogany Brown, going around the edges and being a little scratchy with it, creating some texture. You could leave it there. I'm going to take it one step further and use a bit of AK Deep Brown, just as little dots almost stippling it on. And that is the belt done. It's really that simple. If your mini has pouches and holsters, I'd paint these exactly the same way. Now for the weapon casing, you can make your life a lot easier and just paint it black. That is the official scheme for Ultramarines, just highlight it with Ulthuan Grey, but I am a sucker for the classic red bolters as well as chainswords if you've got them. I'm going to use the same exact colours I did for the helmet. You could even airbrush this on if you masked the arm and body off. In fact, if you were doing a whole squadron army at once, that would be what I'd do. But on just one guy, I'm just going to base coat it with Dirty Red and then do a mix of that and Blood Red before a final highlight of just Blood Red. There's a separation between the sort of top cover of the pistol and the handguard underneath. I've treated these as separate pieces and highlighted them independently. I've also just not highlighted the underside of the gun. You can't see it. I don't love putting time and effort into something you cannot see. Now, since this guy's a sergeant, he needs a white knee. I'm starting with Ulthuan Grey Air mixed with a little Macragge Blue. This is going to tie it in with the other shadows on the mini. A few thin coats of that, and then just Ulthuan Grey Air as a circular highlight. I find the air paint version of this is a lot smoother than the regular version, but it is much less opaque, so this will need a couple of layers. Now, time for the edge highlighting. I'm using AK Ducat Blue for the blue areas. If you didn't highlight the arm panels with Teclis Blue earlier though, use that. Where I can, I'm going to try to use the side of the brush and drag it along hard edges. I'm not trying to be perfectly neat here. A little roughness to these will add a first mild layer of weathering, while also defining all of the edges. As earlier, any big mistakes can be fixed. They can also be fixed later on with heavier weathering. It's worth noting that with my ever-evolving shooting setup, the mini is about 1.5 feet away from me here, so my lines are not perfect. If you've never edge highlighted a mini before, I would plant your elbows on a hard surface and bring the mini as close to your face as possible. Another tip is to add a touch of flow improver to whatever paint you're using. This gives you a slightly longer working time so that while you're dragging it across the edge, it doesn't dry on your brush. For the red edges, I'm using AK Burn Orange, and for the white, if you choose to do any white edge highlights, just add a little white to the Ulthuan Grey Air. I would not use straight white, I think that might be a little bright. Now, getting the airbrush back out, I'm giving the whole model a gloss varnish. I'm using a Vallejo gloss. It's the one I've always used, it's reliable, thin it 50-50, give it a few coats. Simple as that. You really want this nice and shiny, because we're going to be applying some decals. It's at this point I have to reveal that the Mini has been in sub-assemblies the whole time. I am one of those people. I generally leave shoulder pads, heads, and backpacks tacked on. This just gives me better access, and I make a lot of mistakes, so having the backpacks off, I make fewer mistakes. I'm also putting a decal on this guy's backpack because if he ever makes it to the tabletop, I'd like to have something to look at before he dies. I'm not going to go through the whole decal process in this video. I'm happy to make a dedicated tutorial at some point, but the main takeaway is pick up Microset and Microsol and just follow the instructions on the bottles. Now, I'm going to give these plenty of time to dry and set up, and definitely not wait 2 hours, get impatient, and gloss it again in preparation for a recess shade. For this, I'm going to use Ammo by MIG Black Wash, thinned with odorless thinner. Go around the whole Mini and with a thin brush, flood any recesses with black. You may have to do some cleanup, in which case wait half an hour, let it dry a little bit, take a makeup sponge, wet it with thinner, and then just lightly scrape it over any surface that has excess or a little separation and just remove any wash you don't want to be there. I let this dry for a couple of hours and then I applied a second coat of this wash, again doing any cleanup if I have to. Now for the final airbrush stage, I'm going to hit the whole Mini with a couple of coats of AK Ultra Matte Varnish, ensuring no glossy surfaces remain whatsoever. This varnish is why we've not applied any metallics yet, although personally I don't mind a matted down metallic. The varnish is also going to kill some of the vibrancy of the red and the blue, which is why we started so bright. Now, I'm going to take some Vallejo Metal Color Series Exhaust Manifold and paint the sword, the bolter, the vents on the helmet, parts of the backpack, anything you want to be silver. This is a lovely metallic, it flows maybe a little too well. A couple of bits of advice for this paint. Firstly, wrap a piece of kitchen roll around the lid when you open it, otherwise it's just going to spray everywhere. As well as that, do not put this on your wet palette, it will split instantaneously. For the gold, I'm going to be using Scale 75 Elven Gold. It is a lovely paint, though the coverage is not as good on a flat surface as some of their metallics. It's going to take 2.5 coats for perfect coverage, but I tested virtually every gold paint I've got, and this was far and away the best one for this Mini. Now, you could leave this here. The Mini is more or less done, but I'm going to do some washes, and at some point I'll remember to paint the handle of this guy's sword. For the washes, I just thinned down AK Black and Afro Shadow from earlier, used them on the silver and gold respectively. They came out a little darker than I'd like, and honestly I probably should have just used Adrax Earthshade for both of these, but I just did not want to add another paint to the ever-growing list. I touched up the silver and gold with their base colours just to bring a bit of the shine back. I also decided the sword was a bit bland at this point, so I decided to paint the edge of the blade with AK Gunmetal, and having never used this paint before, I actually really like how it turned out. For the lenses, I went with a glowy style. It's my preference and it's also quite fast. I base coated the whole eye lens with AK Greenskin Punch. It's a nice saturated dark green. Then I highlighted the center with white. Now, you could use Striking Scorpion contrast here. I've done that before, it looks good. But I've used AK Fluorescent Green. I thinned it down about half with water and then applied 3 or 4 coats. I finally noticed the sword handle and just painted it dirty red and added some white to highlight it. Now, you could call this done, but this is a century-year-old battle brother. His armor's not going to be pristine. So I went around the whole Mini and chipped it with AK Afro Shadow. I used a brush, but you could use a bit of sponge to do this faster, though I find it quite relaxing, so I just take my time with it. If you've made any mistakes across the Mini, if you've got silver or gold where they shouldn't be, or maybe an edge highlight that's a little rough, just dot the offending area with brown, or do a little line, like a slash. Try not to create a repeating pattern around the Mini. This is an issue you might run into if you use a sponge, so just make sure to rotate the sponge as you apply it to get uneven scratches. Make sure you also battle damage any decals you've put on the Mini. This is especially good if, like me, you have applied them imperfectly and there are little marks or even breaks. You can create fitting damage. Any battle damage you add to these is really going to make them fit in with the whole Mini. Now once again, you could leave that there, but I'm going to highlight every chip. I have done this a little bit recently, and honestly, it's so good. It just takes a Mini from a 9 to an 11. Maybe not the best choice of numbers there. Anyway, I would not use the sponge for this step. I'm just going to go back to Ducat Blue and Burn Orange for these highlights, and I'm just going to do a little line on the underside of a chip where the light would be bouncing off. Then all you need to do is base it in line with your army. I like Martian bases for Ultramarines, and he's done. This was a really fun project painting this guy up, as well as filming it, figuring out what does and doesn't work, and doing my best to keep it all in focus and my hair out of frame. I'd like to make more of these, so please give it a like or leave a comment if you have any thoughts or questions or suggestions. I'm thinking about doing a Blood Angel next, as they're eternally fighting the Templars for my top spot. If you want to see that, do subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.